groundwork for the students' success by providing them with the essential information, resources, and support necessary to navigate the academic journey ahead. Respected Principal Ma'am, Vice Principal Ma'am, teachers, and dear students, hearty good morning to all. I extend a warm welcome to all the attendees of today's orientation program for grade 11 and 12, 2024-25. I also extend a gracious welcome to all the parents who have joined us online for this orientation program. This program aims to acquaint both students and parents with the school rules and policies, including those pertaining to discipline. Additionally, it is also designed to update about upcoming school examinations, CBSE guidelines, and college admission requirements. Furthermore, the program seeks to inspire all the students to actively participate in a variety of school events and activities as these contribute to their holistic development. We hope that today's orientation program instills confidence in our students and ensures a productive year ahead. I now proceed with the first segment of today's orientation program, where I'll update you all regarding the behavior policy and the disciplinary guidelines. Regarding uniform, all the students must be neatly dressed for school in their proper school uniform. Students are strictly not permitted to color their hair in different shades or apply streaks when they come to school. Girls should tie their hair properly. Boys must have a short and neat haircut. All students must wear well-polished black leather shoes. Students should keep their nails short and trim them often. Girls should not paint their nails or apply makeup for school. Students should wear the school ID card daily. Students are strictly prohibited from bringing mobile phones or any electronic gadgets to school. If any student is found possessing any electronic gadget, it will be confiscated and will not be returned. However, students using the metro or taxi can carry a mobile phone with a consent letter signed by the parents. In such case, the letter should be submitted to the class teacher and the mobile phone should be submitted daily to the class teacher during the class teacher's period. During examination time, any student in possession of any of the following would be considered as being involved in unfair means: any paper or revision slip or notes, mobile phone, smartwatch, or any other electronic gadget, anything written on the stationery item, anything written on the body of the student, writing or putting a tick mark on the MCQ option on the question paper, giving or receiving assistance in answering the questions. The student will be marked 0 for the use of unfair means. A disciplinary memo will be issued to the student. There is no room for any form of bullying. Student involved in any such activity will face strict disciplinary action. Student involved in any such activity will not get a letter of recommendation for college admission. All the students are requested and advised to be careful and should report any such activity to their teacher immediately. Students, please keep yourself safe on social media. Be careful about the security and privacy as you use these platforms. Personal information and passwords should be kept confidential. Be judicious about what you share. Consider all posts as permanent. Be very careful when posting strong opinion or sharing photograph of yours or of others. Remember, internet is permanent. What you post remains forever. Certain suggestions regarding cyber safety: PCs should be kept in the common area in the house. Parents are requested to monitor their wards regularly. Students must immediately exit any website that makes them feel uncomfortable or worried. Never allow explicit photograph of yours to be taken under any condition. Parents should spend time with their children while they are exploring online resources. Now moving on to the next set of rules. No student shall indulge in any of the following practices: damaging school property, misbehaving with the teacher or any student in the class, using inappropriate, abusive language in class, shouting loudly or behaving rudely in school premises, disobeying instructions from the in charge in the bus, fighting in the school premises or in the school bus. Students must carry their almanac to school every day. Students should report to school on time. Parents or guardians should not visit their ward or teachers in the classroom. Any medical appointments for the students are requested to be arranged in the later half of the year day rather than during the school hours. Except for the medical reasons, once a student reports to the school, he or she will not be allowed to go home on a half-day leave. However, due to illness, if a student is to be sent home, the school nurse will communicate with the parents. In case any student violates the school rules or indulges in any form of indiscipline, strict action shall be taken against the student. A student will be issued a disciplinary memo. Student with a disciplinary record will not be entitled for any letter of recommendation for college admission. So I sum up, students, please adhere to the school policy. That's all from me. Now I call upon Kakoli ma'am, class representative of grade 11 for the next segment. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Once again, a very good morning to all present here. A warm welcome to the parents who have joined online. An important global term in the school, in the student fraternity is examination. Examinations are not just a test of knowledge, but a testament to your dedication, perseverance, and the ability to rise above challenges. They are like stepping stones that help you to grow in the exciting journey of learning. This morning, I will be guiding you through the examination pattern, important information regarding the examination, promotion criteria in grade 11, and the academic awards for the session 24-25. Let us now go through the examination pattern of grade 11 and 12. The academic session has been divided into two terms, term 1 and term 2. For class 11, we have weekly test 1, weekly test 2, and first term examination. And in term 2, we have weekly test 3, revision exam, and annual examination. For grade 12, the term 1 exam remains the same. For term 2, we have weekly test 3, pre-board 1 examination, pre-board 2 examination. Please note that the tentative schedule for these examinations have already been uploaded on the school portal. Any change in the tentative dates will be informed prior on the school website. So we request you to please check the school website frequently to keep yourself updated. Moving on to the important informations for grade 11. Please note that practical marks will not be considered for promotion to class 12. Students must pass both in the theory as well as in the practical examination. Retest will not be considered in any case of absenteeism. However, average marks will be awarded to the students on school duty and approved medical leave. Some more information regarding grade 11 and 12 exams are attendance mandatory for all the exams like weekly test and the main exams. Weekly test marks will be updated continuously after every cycle and can be viewed online on the website. Students found using unfair means during any examination will be marked 0 in that subject, and replacement of the answer sheet will not be provided. These students will also not be eligible for any academic awards or school appointments. Other informations include that students should not wear any smart watches during examination. Average marks will be given to the students on permitted leave, and grades will also be given in the following areas of learning like work experience, physical, moral education, and other activities whenever applicable. The promotion criteria for grade 11 students are given below. First, the student should be scoring 33% and above in all the subjects and in aggregate, and they are the ones who will qualify for promotion to grade 12. Please note that the student should score a minimum of 33% marks both in theory as well as in practical exam. Attendance is mandatory, and as I have already said, that if you are found using unfair means, according to the school policy, we mark you 0, and there will be no retest conducted for you. For the academic session of grade 11 and 12, in the academic, for grade 11 and 12, we also give academic awards, as we believe that dreams plus hard work plus dedication and perseverance leads to success. So DPS-Modern Indian School recognizes and rewards those who strive academically, as we believe that great achievement is possible only with persistent efforts. The different categories of awards for honoring the students with academic excellence in grade 11 are as follows. Scholar Badge, awarded to students of class 11, provided they have secured a minimum of 85% in aggregate and a minimum of 85% in all 5 subjects. Success is built on consistency, and regular attendance is a foundation for this. So we also award students with 100% attendance badge. Proficiency award is given to the students who have secured the highest marks in a particular subject and have appeared in all the examinations. The other set of academic awards include Blue Blazer, Blue Tie, Gold Medal, Silver Medal, Special Award, and All-Rounder Award. For the academic session 24-25 for grade 12, these are the awards that will be given. Scholar Badge will be awarded to the students of grade 12 who secure 90% in a minimum of 4 academic subjects and 80% in the 5th. Proficiency Award will be rewarded to the students for the top rank holder in 12 board examination in science stream, commerce stream, and humanities stream separately. Students receiving highest marks in a subject in the class 12 board examination are also eligible for this award. Students getting 100% marks in any subject in the 12 board examination also will receive this award. Moving on to the Blue Blazer, it is awarded to the student who receives Scholar Badge for 3 consecutive years. Blue Tie, awarded to the students who receive Scholar Badge for 4 consecutive years. Silver Medal, awarded to the students who receive Scholar Badge for 5 years with 1 year gap. Gold Medal, awarded to the students who receive Scholar Badge for 5 consecutive years. Special Award, awarded to the students who receive Scholar Badge for 6 consecutive years and above. And since we believe that continuous effort and persistence, as well as regularly attending the school, improves your discipline, so we also give the 100% attendance badge. DPS-Modern Indian School envisions holistic development of students. So a panel of teachers select the all-rounder, both for grade 11 as well as for grade 12. And this will be based on academics, co-curricular activities, literary and social awareness, games, sports, and personality traits. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. So believe in yourself, work persistently, and achieve with all your might. You are capable of more than you imagine. With this, I invite Ms. Jolly to guide you through the college application process. Thank you all. Over to Jolly, ma'am, for further proceedings.
Good morning, one and all. In this segment, I'll walk you through the college application process. I'll cover timeline for college preparation, application for support documents from the school, college admission requirements, standardized test, calculation of predicted scores, transcripts for classes 9, 10, 11, 12, first term, recommendation letters, how many colleges should you apply to, deadlines, and how to write a personal statement or an essay. Now, the timeline for the college preparation. The college preparation is ingrained in the essence of education, the ability to learn, the desire to explore, the persistence to grow, the determination to focus, and the motivation to apply. Now, each of these fundamentals, which I mentioned here, symbolizes a stepping stone on the college timeline. And it's important to understand what takes place at each point. Now, at the middle school, it's all about learning. It's about absorbing the knowledge and enriching your mind, both academically and socially, all while developing the skills and study habits that will prepare you for high school, college, and beyond. The other fundamental in ninth grade is about meeting your counselor and exploring newfound opportunities available to you. Don't be afraid to challenge yourself or try something new. Your exploration will prepare you for college in ways you cannot imagine. In 10th grade, the fundamental is strength. Your strengths are getting ready to blossom. But it's up to you to sustain your growth by developing new skills and maintaining involvement in the activities. Now, you all must be wondering that you have all passed through this phase, but unknowingly, the school, with the mission of holistic development of the student, has taken care of all these while you were in the junior years. Now, you are in this stage, the 11th grade. The defining characteristics or the fundamental here is to focus. Focus on your grades, focus on your entrance exams, focus on your college search, and of course, focus on yourself, the activities you enjoy, and the interest you want to pursue. In 12th standard, the fundamental is to apply. You start applying to college, but it's so much more than that. It's also the year of applying your knowledge and interest to solidify your future. Sure, the emphasis is placed on submitting the forms to various schools, but what you're really doing is showcasing all that you have accomplished and all that makes you you. Now, now the school supports every student with the individual requirement to obtain a seat in the universities. Now, how to go about it? Now, this is a form which is uploaded in the school portal, and the students can go to the student corner. It's on the home page, student corner, download center, and the form is visible there. The form is application for support document. You have to download this form, fill it, and attach the required documents mentioned there, and submit it at the reception. The processing time for the request made for these support documents will take a minimum of 2 working weeks. Application will be to be preferably submitted before the summer break. Any other specific requirements of the universities not mentioned in the form should be forwarded to principal with a formal application by the student attaching the university's email. WhatsApp messages are strictly discouraged for official communication. Now, the requirements for the colleges in India. There are entrance exams, SAT, JEE, NEET, CLAT. No recommendations or predicted scores required if you are applying to India. Class 10th and 12th CBSE board mark list. And if it is a private institution, then you may require other documents like copy of the class 12th report card with pre-board marks, copy of the CBSE 10th and 12th mark list attested, school bona fide certificate, etc. Now, the requirements for foreign universities. Transcripts, classes 9, 10, 11, and 12 first term. Predicted scores, recommendation letters from the academic counselor, recommendation letters from any 2 subject teachers, proof of voluntary services, proof of extracurricular activities involved, like in sports, MUNs, debates, proof of leadership position held, standardized test scores, portfolios for architecture, product designing, fine arts, proof of supporting financial statements, personal statements, admission forms to be filled, and documents to be sent to the academic counselor. Now, the standardized test, SAT and ACT, English proficiency tests like TOEFL, IELTS, and for subjects like medicines, you will have to take tests like MCAT, UKCAT, BMAT, GAMSAT. Now, have a look at that table which shows how the predicted scores are calculated. Now, in the first column, you see the range of marks obtained by the student. Okay? Supposing the student has got marks 75. So, directly a 20 marks is added to that, and in your predicted score, it will be 95. It means the school shows that the student will be achieving this much in that subject. Go to the next line where the student falls in the range of 75 to 80. If you fall into that range, that means already you get a 95 plus 1 added to be falling into the next range. It goes on like that. If it is falling into the range of 80 to 85 plus 20 plus 2 marks, you get 97. 85 to 90 plus 20 plus 3 marks, that is 98. 90 to 95 plus 20 plus 4, that is 99. If you fall in the range 95 to 100, then your predicted score is directly 100. Okay. Now, generally, this predicted score is calculated on the first term marks. Yes, it can be provided if you request it on the basis of the following exams like half-yearly, pre-board, if you specifically request for and if you feel that those marks are better. But you should keep in mind that once a predicted score is issued, we will not reissue a new one. Again, one more thing to be reminded is that only one set of marks can be chosen. That means to say that if your first term marks for maths is 100, you cannot choose for the second term marks if the marks of maths from here, and if in English you have scored 95 in the second or the pre-board, you cannot choose the English from there. That means you'll have to choose one whole set of exams marks. It is calculated, as I said earlier in the table, plus 10, plus 20 to the actual marks by the student, and including the practical scores. Okay. Now, this is how a transcript looks like. The first one is the transcript for 10th standard. It is nothing but the actual marks you scored and the number of hours you had taken for that particular course. The second column is for your 11th and 12th. Now, coming to the recommendation letters. Now, 3 recommendation letters can be given to a student. One from the academic counselor, and the second and the third from the subject teachers. Now, the academic counselor provides a recommendation which will include the student's academic and co-curricular activities, character traits, leadership qualities, voluntary services, internships, etc. Whereas the subject teacher focuses on the subject strength of the student in her letter. Here one needs to also make a judicious selection of the teacher. The course which you are going to opt for in your universities, that teacher's recommendation you should be taking, not the teacher whom you like or if she's the favorite. If you like your English teacher, but you're going for astrophysics, certainly you have to go for your physics teacher. Got it? Okay. Now, how to write a personal statement or an essay? Okay. So, personal statement makes a very good impact on your application. So, these are certain websites and available on the portal where you can log in and train yourself. Now, how many colleges should you apply to? There is no limit as to how much ever colleges you want to apply, you can apply. But my advice would be that, suppose you apply to a dozen colleges, say 12 colleges. You have to categorize it. You have to divide it into 3. So 12 divided by 3, 4 colleges of wherever you are applying should be from the safety schools. Now, what are these safety schools? Safety schools are those universities where you feel that when you apply, for sure you're going to get it. Okay. Reasonable schools are those schools where you have 50-50 chances. You may get, you may not get. And the reach schools are the ones which you're dreamt to go to. You are not sure, okay? The top universities, but still you can try your luck there. So, in conclusion, out of the 12 schools you are applying to, 4 should be safety schools, 4 reasonable, and 4 the reach schools or the dream schools. Now, once you do your research and narrow down to the list of these 12 schools, you have to check whether it is authentic or valid. So these are the websites where you have to visit and see whether these programs offered by these universities are valid. Now the deadlines. Now, if you are applying to the US universities, the deadlines for early decision is November 1st or November 15th. For regular decision is January 1st or February 1st. Rolling admission is May 1st. If you are applying to UCAS, UK that is, okay, you have to apply through this website, UCAS. And the deadlines for most of these medical courses, veterinary science and dentistry is 15th October. The next deadline for the other courses like engineering, management and all is 15th January. And for the design courses and artistic courses, it's 24th March. Now for specific countries, for countries like Qatar, Canada, Singapore, Malaysia, Germany, Netherlands and the MENA countries, there are no specific deadlines, but if you have a choice of the universities, you should go to their website, visit their website and find their own deadlines. There is no common deadline for these countries. Now, I'm available in the C block staff room. So if you have any further doubts, you can come and talk to me over there. Okay, thank you. Now, may I call Joe sir for further proceedings.
Thank you, Julie ma'am. Good morning, one and all. I think you are well set for the university admission now. But before that, you have to pass your class of CBSE. So I'll guide you to CBSE guidelines. And you are aware that CBSE is coming up with 2 big changes this year. Are you aware? Yes or no? What are the 2 changes? You might think CBSE is coming up with 2 board exams. You are wrong. So CBSE has offered 2 changes only. One is competency-focused questions in the form of MCQ, case-based questions, source-based integrated questions, and any other type. From 40% this year, they are changing it to 50%. That's the first change. Second change, short answer and long answer questions. From 30%, they are reducing it to 20%. These are the only 2 changes that you can expect in the academic year 2024-2025. May I continue? Okay. In class 11, you register for CBSE examination, class 11 students. In 2022, 27 students from our school registered for Kathak dance. In 2023, 2 students registered for mathematics, physics, and accountancy. So we request you to be very careful when you fill in the application form. Select your subjects carefully and the subject codes carefully. It didn't happen in 2022 and 2023. So this year, when class 11 students fill the form, be very sure about the code and the subject names. And you see the name of the student, mother's name and father's name. Make sure you enter these names as they appear on the class 10 mark sheet, not as per your, other documents like passport or your RP. Your name should be entered as they appear on your class 10 mark sheet. And for SC students and ST students and OBC students, if you fall into any of this category, you should, submit the certificate showing that from the concerned authority. And subject codes and all you will get, we'll send a circular regarding subjects and subject code and codes offered from DPS. We have 14 subjects offered for class 11 students. Yeah, registration form should be filled very carefully. Name of the student and parent should be written as they appear on the class 10 certificate. Then subjects cannot be changed once registration is done. This year after we started class 12 also some students came and asked, sir, can we change the optional? No. Once we finalize the class 11 registration, no change is allowed. School is helpless. We cannot help you with any subject change after that. Once we finalize the details, we will send you the details for the data for signature. Both parent and student should verify the data. Once the registration data is finalized, no correction can be done. For class 12 students, the examination registration will be done in the month of September. Before we do that, your class teacher will send you a mail where you find all the data as they appear in the CBSE website. If there are any errors, you have to inform your class teacher through mail. And later, if you come, after that, we will give a deadline also. After that, if you come and say, sir, there's an error in my father's name, my mother's name, so the school can't do anything. When you are given the deadline, you should do that within the time frame. And when admit card is issued, sometimes we get a complaint, call from parents saying there is no, date of birth doesn't appear anywhere. Remember that in any of the class 12 documents, you can't see the date of birth. Date of birth will be seen only in class 10 documents. In class 12 documents, your date of birth doesn't appear. And we have a slide here regarding the percentile, because when the class 10 result announced, we get 100 calls saying that, sir, there is an error in the mark sheet. My son got 95 in one subject and he is marked as, the grade is marked as A2. Remember, the percentile is taken not based on the percentage you score in a subject. Sometimes for some subjects like Malayalam and French, no offense, if you get 95 or 96 also, it can be an A2. Depends on the performance of the students in that subject in that particular year. Remember, last year if 96 was last year for Malayalam, 97 was an A2. What does it mean? That means 1/8 of the students, 12.5% of the students scored more than 97, nothing else. So this can happen. The grades are given like this. The top 1/8 of the students, that means the 12.5% of the students will be given A1. The next 12.5% of the students will be given A2. It's like that. So there should not be any confusion between percentile and percentage. That's all from my end. Now I request Ms. Preeti Modi to continue with the proceedings. Thank you.
Thank you, Joseph. Good morning to one and all. As you all know, our school aims at holistic development of students. So equal emphasis is given on academics as well as co-curricular activities. Through co-curricular activities, we hone various skills and qualities like leadership skill, organizing skill, being responsible, and taking initiatives among the students. Through this presentation, I'll take you through the details of various major activities which are conducted throughout the year. Now you all know and you all are aware that we have a student council which is actively working, especially in the senior secondary school. They take initiative, they organize various programs, and they only conduct. Although we are there, but definite to guide them, but they conduct. Now, right now, for grade 12, recently we have conducted the online interviews for various posts. And for grade 11, still the form is open till today, 4th April, today till midnight 12. The application form is still open. The student who wants to apply for this, they can go for this application. Now you all know that active involvement of the student council is there to conduct various programs, and most of the programs they are only conducting. There are 14 different clubs for senior school students, and to enroll, one student can register for one club in a year. One common form for registration for the clubs, it will be available on the website in the month of April, that is towards the end of the April or first week of May. Now these clubs, they work in collaboration. Excuse me. We keep some of the collaborative club activities, and this year we have scheduled this collaborative activities during the week 8th May to 15th May. The various clubs, we will be assigning them together as a group, and they will conduct collaborative activities. Active and exemplary club members are appreciated at the end of the academic session. The clubs and the club in charge teacher, both of them get appreciation for the actively conducting the various activities throughout the academic session. Now this year, senior school cultural rendezvous, we have made little change in the way we conduct. This time we are going to conduct tech events. Tech events means computer-based events, programming-based events which are there. We are going to conduct during 19th and 20th May 2024. Those tech events lists and application forms, they will be released accordingly, and the students can apply. And as per once the student council is finalized, they propose the various activities and which are feasible and which are going to help the students for the better development. Those activities are selected and we put it as competitions where the students, they apply representing their houses. And for the cultural rendezvous, usually till last year we used to conduct in two phases, term 1 and term 2, but this year we are going to conduct during the month of June. Offstage events will be conducted from 11th to 13th June 2024. Offstage events means the events like poetry writing, cartoon drawing, henna designing, all these are offstage events. Certain offstage events are there. And the onstage event, the rendezvous, cultural rendezvous, onstage event, group dance, group song, adds up, this kind of humorous speech, all these kind of events, they will be conducted on 26th of June. All these dates are tentative dates which are proposed. Mostly we'll go by these dates only. Can be some or the little change can be there. Competitions and themes are proposed by student council, as I mentioned before also, and whatever the events they are proposing, not all the events we will accept. The school which are feasible and which are appropriate on school platform will be selected. Senior school sports rendezvous, it will be conducted again in two phases. Term 1, that will be conducted from 12th to 16th May 2024, which includes some of the events like table tennis, badminton, swimming and chess. And term 2, it will be conducted from 1st to 5th November, which includes volleyball, basketball, cricket and football. These are the events which will be conducted during sports rendezvous. Students can participate and represent the forms will be published, and the students can apply through these forms, and the selection process will be carried out by the sports teacher. The other events which are the co-curricular activities where the students, they take initiative and they only conduct this, they take leadership roles and they conduct these activities. TEDx Youth at DPS-MIS, Inter-School DPS Model United Nations Conference, that will be conducted in the month of September. Inter-school debate competition organized by Debate Club, that is War of Words. And last, the farewell for outgoing batch of class 12, which usually class 11 students, they host this event, which is organized by class 11 students under the guidance of teachers. School organizes this farewell inside the school campus. No contribution is collected from grade 11 or grade 12 students for farewell. Now I'll just familiarize you all with the teachers who are in charges and those who are holding various posts and positions. You all know Principal Ms. Asna Nafis, Vice Principal for Senior Secondary School, Ms. Soma Bhattacharjee. Ma'am is also Head of Activities for grade 6 to 12. Academic Coordinator, Dr. Rakhi Mishra. Activity Coordinator, myself, Preeti Modi. Class Reps for class 12, Ms. Soumya and Mr. Dinu. Class 11, Ms. Beena Hasina and Ms. Kakoli for grade 11. These are class representatives. Club House Wardens, this year's House Wardens we are announcing. Ms. Aditi Srivastav for Lily House. Mr. Kalidas is House Warden for Lotus House. Ms. Nia Jacob is House Warden for Tulip House. And Ms. Anju is House Warden for Rose House. Club in charge, Ms. Jolly Sabu, Career and Admission Counselor for grade 11 and 12. And Dr. Deepika, she is also Career and Admissions Counselor for grade 11 and 12. Ms. Ashraf, she is a CBSE Coordinator for grade 9 and 10. And Mr. Josh Thomas is a CBSE Coordinator for grade 11 and 12. Club in charges. Mr. Abhishek Jha is for Computer Club, Robotics and Computer Club for grade 9 to 12. Ms. Shakuntala, she is in charge for Mathematics Club for grade 9 to 12. Mr. Jaikrishnan Vijay Kumar is a club in charge for Quiz Club for grade 9 to 12. Ms. Naushaja, she is in charge for Science Club for grade 9 to 12. Ms. Farzana, she is in charge for Environment Club for grade 9 to 12. And Ms. Shalu Gumbar, she is in charge for Commerce and Entrepreneurship Club for grade 9 to 12. Mr. Sachin is in charge for Art Club for grade 9 to 12. And Mr. Amit Majumdar is a club in charge for Photography Club for grade 9 to 12. Ms. Jasmeet Kaur, she is in charge for Debate Club for grade 9 to 12. And Ms. Jolly Sabu, she is in charge for MUN Club for grade 9 to 12. Ms. Parvati Gopalakrishnan, she is in charge for Publication Club for grade 9 to 12. And also she is accompanied by Ms. Jayashree Sridhar as a club in charge for Publication Club for grade 9 to 12. Both the teachers, they are in charge for Publication Club for grade 9 to 12. Yes, sure, ma'am. Please note Ms. Jolly Sabu. She is in charge teacher for MUN Club and she is accompanied by Mr. Amir Khan. He is also in charge for MUN Club for grade 9 to 12. Ms. Mampi Day, she is a teacher in charge for Music Club. And Ms. Manha Alisha, she is in charge for Dance Club. Ms. Seema Sharma, she is a teacher in charge for Mental Health and Wellbeing Club for grade 9 to 12. So in total, we have 14 clubs and one student can apply can become a member of club, only one club in a academic session. That's all for this introduction. May I request now Principal Ma'am to address the gathering.
Thank you, Ms. Preeti. Ms. Soma, the Vice Principal of the Senior Secondary School. Ms. Raki, the Academic Coordinator. Ms. Preeti, the Activities Coordinator, the team of teachers, and my dear students, and all the parents who have joined in online to go through this routine of orienting ourselves every single year to understand how grade 11 and 12 works and what activities happen and what you have to do as a student. While I was sitting on the other side and listening to all these things, I was just simply thinking that it's so simple. If you open your almanac, you open the school website, you have these things already printed there. But then why is there a need for us to conduct an orientation? For the simple reason that every time we tell something, we talk to you with regard to the school code of conduct, the general Ministry of Education's code of conduct, the discipline policy, the behavior policy, the policy on promotions, the policy on career guidance and projected scores, and you simply say that, I don't know. I don't know, ma'am. Nobody told me, ma'am. It's so simple. How many of you follow football? Or any sport for that matter? For that matter, any sport. How many of you follow or you play or you watch it, you read about it, you're inclined towards a sport? Good. Put your hands down. Now, one of the code of conduct or discipline policy for most football clubs is a player can never feign that he doesn't know. I am unaware can also lead to a huge penalty being charged. You cannot just simply feign that I don't know. If you are part of an institution, you're part of an organization, I'm 100% sure that every organization has a rule, a regulation, a code of conduct, a discipline policy. And if you become a part of it, it's your duty to read and understand. How many of you are aware that you have already signed an undertaking, that you have read and understood that school discipline policy, the ministry's code of conduct? How many of you are aware of it? Please raise your hands. It's there in your dossier, seated there as a legal record of you reading and understanding the school discipline policy. How many of you have done it and you remember it? That I've read, understood. Raise your hand properly, no? If you have done it and you're aware, you should feel proud that you're at least aware of what you have signed. Because half the time we don't know what we signed, we just blindly sign something. That's all. Okay. Put your hands down. How many have actually read and signed it, or just because school told sign, parents told sign, you have signed it? Have you actually read? It is your duty to read those things because it helps. It's very simple. It helps you to set the tone. How many of you know the school vision and mission? Other than those who applied for the leadership positions, there it's mandatory, there is no choice, you have to learn and come. And even in that, when we are doing online interviews, I can clearly see everybody is reading from the screen, word to word. Some are very smart, they catch up the keywords and only those they say. But literally everybody was reading from the screen, the school vision and mission. At least a few keywords of your school's vision and mission. And why do you think a school requires a vision and mission? Or any organization requires a vision and mission? Does anybody understand why we need it? When you set up an organization, we say that we need something to tell us what we are doing. It can't be a bunch of people coming together and each one is working in a different direction. So why do you think we need a vision? Anybody who wishes to answer? Yes? Okay, good. He's hit it. He's saying, what's your name? You didn't tell me your name. Eric. So Eric says that you should have a vision and mission because then you know that why this organization is existing and what is its way forward. 5 years from now, where do I see myself or see my organization? So what's DPS's vision? Anybody who knows a few keywords can stand up and speak. You don't have the screen to read, no? Unfortunately, instant gratification is not there. Anybody who knows a few keywords? Yes? Your name and then the keyword. Ananya, what's the keyword that you have taken? Holistic development. Good. Anybody else? Anybody who understands what is holistic development? What's a holistic development? Overall development of a child, which includes academic, non-academic activities, your leadership skills. Yes. Somebody else wanted to say. Yes? To realize your potential. Each one of us is designed differently. We have to realize our potential through the various activities of the school. Some may be good at art, some may be good at sport, some may be good academically inclined, some with publications, writing skills, poetry skills, whatever your skills are, good PR skills, diplomatic skills. So all these things are required. All of you follow, most of them would have been following Manchester United. How many are Manchester United fans here? No? This is not the time for Manchester United. If you are, it's okay. I know it's not doing very well these days. I'm very aware of it. I'm very much aware of it that it's not doing well. But what's the use of a fan who can't stand with the club when it's not doing well? I remember previously when I said Manchester, there were so many hands when it was doing well. Anybody knows its vision? Its vision reads, to be the best club on the field and off the field. And I don't think that our policies or our vision is any different. We want our DPS students to be the best, whether they are within the school or outside the school. It's as simple as that. Whatever we have penned down is to help you realize your potential so that tomorrow when you go out and you are an ambassador of the school, you convey that the school has trained you well. And mind you, any alumni who comes back normally tells us that the training at the school has helped them, and it has held them in very good stead wherever they are, whether it's in university, in the workplace, wherever. Many a times we realize that, we take things very easily, very casually, especially the school discipline policy, uniform policy. Many of us believe that it's okay to breach these policies. It's okay to behave the way we behave and create little indiscipline. I don't know how many of you are aware. Omar, Hisham, wow. The word discipline brought certain reactions for children who were in my office for half an hour, and they had a conference on reflection, how to behave better. And all the 5 had more or less the same answer because all the 5 discussed with each other. The smartest move that they did diplomatically, they thought that they were way smarter than the system is. They walked up to me after 10 minutes, we have decided, ma'am, we are wrong. Whatever the school decision, we will take it. All 5 had the same answer because they know, the school will be kind with them. So they were trying to outsmart the school. And today both of them are sitting there beside each other, giggling, laughing, as though something strange is happening. Just yesterday, you promised to behave well. And asked them why they were in the office. For this reason only.